Hello, hello. We're live. We're doing a restart here. We tried live streaming already and things weren't working out all that great. So we're trying again here. We'll see if people get back in. All right. Hello, Fish. How are you? Welcome. We just restarted because things weren't working very well there. It was all fuzzy and whatnot. So I'm hoping it's better now. Yes, everybody thinks they should be Nemo. I think we're fuzzy still. Oh, it's better, Bob? Good. Good, good. Still looks fuzzy on mine, on my iPad. But hopefully it's better. Because I kind of put some planning into this, and this should be very cool if it actually starts working out here. So yes, I'm going to grab a couple of scoops of these fish right here. Hello, Jason. Welcome. Good. I hope things are much better for picture quality, because it's no good if we can't see good today, because we're trying to get a very good look at these guys to figure out what design patterns and whatnot people refer to them as and what they're sold as. So bottom line is I'm going to have to sell some of these eventually, and we need to know what to call them to sell them. Just on a side note, while I got redfish, bluefish tagged up here, don't forget to check out his YouTube channel as well. And by all means, yourself or a moderator, if you could please put his channel link up. Jason has taken on an endeavor that many of us wish we could. And I think more of it than wish we could, wish we had the balls to do it. Because Jason is opening his own aquarium store. He's, I guess, taking a shot at living the dream that we all want to live. So I personally wish Jason the best of luck in this endeavor. And the cool thing is that he is an accomplished YouTuber, so he is actually recording and giving us videos of his progress. So that makes it just a little bit more extra special. So thanks for that, Jason. But so I'm gonna actually go over there right now, and I'm going to grab a scoop of these guys, bring them back over here to the desk, and you'll see in a sec when I move that camera over here. I put a little divider in this tank, so hopefully I can kind of scoop one out, put them in the one little side, so we can get a better look at them individually. So just enjoy the view of all these babies right now for the moment. You'll see a net going in that tank in a minute. And yeah, we'll get some out and have a closer look, and hopefully you guys can help me figure out what they call some of these designs. Hello, we're back. So they've gotten a little bit more difficult to catch than they used to be. It took me that long just to scoop out this many, and I think I got 7 of them. But looks like we got a couple of different variations anyways. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat as I'm getting these guys caught up. Very good, fish. I've heard, yes, it takes a special knack for beta spawning and rearing them. I've never done it myself, so kudos to you. Thank you, my friend. So yeah, that's a couple of different varieties. They're getting quite big. They're getting quite big now. We're over the ½ inch mark for the most part. And so I think what we'll do is on this side of the tank over here, I have a section sectioned off. So we'll put one in that side of the tank, and if I can catch one, and we'll get a closer look at it and try and figure out what everybody calls these different designs and patterns. So give me 1 sec. I just gotta grab a net and I'll scoop one over there, and we'll get started. All right, so let's see if we can get one. All right, we got one. Put them in there. All right, now let's see if we can get a good view. That's pretty. Let's see if we can get it to focus in on him. So he's sitting sideways like he wasn't too interested in being caught. There he goes. So this is actually a pretty cool looking fellow. Does anybody have any idea what they would call this one? I'm going to load it up on my iPad here. Just some different clownfish names and designs. Let's just Google designer clownfish and see what kind of images come up with what kind of names. This is not foolproof. This is not foolproof whatsoever because it's not always accurate information. But we'll see if we can find something that's at least close to that fish and see if we can't possibly. Looks like I need something up for the glare there. See if that helps with the glare a bit. See if we can find something that's remotely close to that color pattern. I'm not finding anything yet. It's a bit of a unique pattern, that one is. Sometimes takes a bit of searching. As soon as if any of you guys come up with something here, we will give me your idea and we'll have a look at it. I'm not sure. Here, that wasn't a very good spot to look. Maybe this one will be. What do we got here? Closer. Lots of varieties. I don't see. There we go. Found it. This here would be considered under this one here. I just found it on Aura's website, and I'm going to turn the camera, get a look at that guy, and then get a look at what I have on my iPad here. It's very, very close, other than the line at the shoulder on mine doesn't go right through, and it does on this one, and they're calling it a Da Vinci Fancy White / Gladiator. So I'll show you. That there looks pretty close to me. You guys tell me what you think, but I think that's pretty darn close. So I think that's what they would call that when they're a fancy white, a Da Vinci, a fancy white, or a gladiator. So many names, but very cool looking fish. And like I said, the one difference I noticed from mine and this picture is that the bar at the shoulder on mine does not go straight through. But other than that, it looks very close. But no, mine doesn't have enough black on it to be this. But extremely close if it wasn't black. So they're calling this a premium black ice, but mine doesn't have nearly as much black, but the broken bar up at the head top shoulder is, they're calling that a premium black ice. That's very, very close too, just mine doesn't have that much black. That's what I mean. It's very, very difficult to figure these out sometimes because there is so many different variants and whatnot. Still scrolling through and I'm not seeing anything else that looks as close. Full moon, eh? Ocelotus white. Yeah, that's what they were calling them there, Bob. Yeah, they called it a fancy white, but that's exactly what it is. is an ocelotus white. Or a gladiator. Gladiator, I guess, just kind of sounds cool. But I don't know how they come up with gladiator. So let's just call it that. I would say is like Bob says, an ocelotus white, or if you want to make it sound cool, a gladiator. If you're into gladiators, I guess. But yeah, that's I'd say that's pretty much it right there. As far as ore is concerned. So let's switch him out for somebody else here if I can. Do it easily without he's freaking out. But very hard when they're so small. Oh, he jumped right in the net for me. Alright. Let's get one of these guys. Alright, I really like this guy here. I really like him. And you'll notice I call them all him because at this point they are all hymns. And yeah, Bob, you're exactly right with these guys too. And what one person calls them and another person calls them is so different. They're all man-made, so they all have man-made names and whatnot. But it's nice to try to get at least an idea of what people are calling them, so you know what to call them. This guy's all over the place. He's not focusing very good. I don't know if maybe I got some dirt in this camera. Give it a little clean. Maybe I'll have to give it a tilt or something. Pull it back a bit. But this guy's extremely cool looking. I would call this a Wyoming white. I would call it a Wyoming white. What do you guys think? I see people calling fish that look a lot less like a Wyoming white than this does. I see people calling them Wyoming whites and stores calling them Wyoming whites, and they have spots on them. I have one actually that has a spot on it, and I don't know if I would call it a Wyoming white, but I think this guy would. He's very clean, as you'll see on another one that I put in there. Near the tail on the white, I call it dirty. It's got like some spots and stuff on it. But this guy's pretty clean for color. Like his whole body, other than his fins and face, are pretty much pure white. So yeah, this may even be a keeper. I might even I want to keep a couple of these pure white ones. They're just they're gorgeous. And yet they don't have anything else listed that looks anything like this that's other than a Wyoming white. So that's what I think we have there. Most definitely. So let's switch him out and we'll get another guy here. Got him. I'll try to get the one here that I referred to as like having a dirty tail. Oh, swam into the net for me. There we go. So this guy here. Whoops. Yeah, it's pretty hard to not be a Wyoming white, eh, Bob? I don't see anything else even close. This guy's all over the place. He don't want to sit still. Anyways, so this one's very, very similar, but his tail, near his tail, on his body still, has, he's got like what they call a buckshot going on. So I don't know if more buckshot is going to fill in, or if it's just going to stay at the very back like that. Either way, it's very unique, to say the least. I personally prefer the pure white look or the full buckshot through the whole body. And I don't think I caught one. No, I didn't. There's not one in there. There's one that's actually got quite a bit of buckshot through its whole body. I'm going to put him in there with this guy, so you can see the two of them together. They're very, very similar, so I would assume they would be called the same thing. There's this guy. If I can catch him. There he goes. There's a couple in here that look similar to him. They don't have the pure white body. Come on. There you go. They don't have the pure white body. This one's got a little bit more buckshot all over it. And I think that's pretty cool. I like the buckshot all over them. But the one that's just got the buckshot at the tail, I'm not sure. So I'm going to have a little look-see here. See what we have here. Do you guys have a look too? And you noted back here, Bob, that you have a poster during it's couple. It should still be accurate, even though it's a couple years old. You're back. I'm hoping to make your stream tonight, Jason. Hopefully, I can stay up late enough. I struggle with that at night. But let's see if we can find what they would call these guys. I don't see them yet. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure. They seem to have a lot more red than mine are more orange. Something like that. Now, again, hard to find something that's real close. These are priced higher, are they, Bob? Are you serious? I like the ones with like a lot of the buckshot. These guys don't have a lot of the buckshot at it, just a little bit. But and I think that's all they're called basically is a buckshot snowflake. I believe that's what people have. I've seen people advertise them as. I'm not entirely sure though. But this website I'm on right now, I don't see them on here. No. I guess this guy here is kind of close to it, but not really. Yeah, that's about it. I guess this is these two here. Oh, hello. Hello, YT. Yes, message me. Hello, Rahim. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly. I apologize if I didn't. But we're just looking at some of my baby clownfish, and trying to figure out, as if you didn't make the start of the stream, I'm not a clownfish expert. I've had a little bit of success breeding them, but I'm not an expert to the point where I don't even really know the names of them. So we're just kind of give me your ideas on what you would call these clownfish right here. Well, thank you. I think I have about 25 that are like this. I have quite a few that are that color pattern, and actually in the small display tank we're looking at here, I actually have another one that's very similar. So I'm going to try and catch him right here and put him in so we can just compare him with the same group that's in there. But I believe these would be referred to as buckshots. But I'd like to know what you guys think. If you've seen fish like this advertised with these patterns, what you've seen them advertised as. See if we can clear this camera up a bit. That's so good. There we go, that's pretty good. So, these don't even really look like that. Now that I've had a closer look, they don't even look. Platinum clowns, eh? Reefer man? Now, yeah, I guess platinums do have black on them as well. I'm asking here, not telling. I believe they do. Let's type in platinum clown and see what comes up here. See if we got a match. So I'll get out of here and give me 1 sec. I'll just look at it. See what we come up with. All right. Yeah, here's some. We're close, guys, but what these are actually, I found them. I believe I found them here. Right here. I won't be able to get the picture very big, but these would be considered a platinum snowflake, is what they would be considered. Something that's not a very good picture, I apologize, but they would be considered like a platinum snowflake. The platinum, just the straight up platinums, seem to be pretty much pure white. Like if you see like there or there, pretty much pure white with a little bit of black in them. But I believe it's the platinum snowflake has the black in them. So it's very cool. I think we learned something tonight, which is not always the case, but it's nice when we do. Sorry, I'll try and get that straightened up. Hello, Crystal. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. And thank you. Thank you. Yes, these are some of my prides and joys. Okay, so I'm going to put, I have two that are very similar in here, and we already looked at them and determined what they were, but I realized I have another one that looks almost identical, and I think we'll have a look at those two again. So let's get these guys out of here, because I believe they call these other ones gladiators. So put these guys over here. Some storm babies. Where are you from, YT Reefer Man? Where do you live? What city? Alright, so we got that guy. And I'm going to scoop one more back in there so we can have a look at two gladiators. Reading, you're from Pennsylvania. That's going to be a little bit difficult there, Reefer Man. I'm in Ontario, Canada, so we'd have a very difficult time doing that transaction. Nice designer clowns, but less patterns. Yes, and I have some designer clowns, which maybe I'll go get another scoop of them here, that actually have an extreme amount of patterns on them. There's a couple in this spawn that actually look like jigsaw puzzles. They look actually pretty amazing. But maybe we'll save that for another night. I'm not sure. I think I will go get another scoop, because I'm running out of different color patterns. For the person that said let's call them Nemo, I actually do have a couple of just straight up Nemos. I guess they're probably not straight up Nemos, but they're very, 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 very close to a straight up Nemo. And this was all from the same spawn, so it was this pairing really produced a lot of variation. So here you go. Here's your pretty much straight up Nemo. And there's one more in here. Find them to be a little bit darker. Reason being is that the mother is a black onyx, actually, so that's where a lot of the darkness comes in. Come on, go the other way. You can do it. Out of the net. There you go. Come on. And there it goes. Bob, how much do you sell these clowns for? Well, there is a Bob on here. That is that's Kaler's Aquatics. My name's Jesse. And honestly, I haven't sold any yet. I've never sold a clownfish. I traded my friend Steve some clownfish for some aquariums to set up a new clownfish rack, but I've actually never sold a baby clownfish. That's why I say at the start of the live stream, I'm very new to this. I'm still figuring out the different names of the different patterns and whatnot. So to answer your question, I don't know. I don't know, because none are for sale yet. So, yeah, there's your pretty much normal Nemos right there. And here, I'm going to type in gladiator clowns and see what comes up. Gladiator clownfish. I actually don't think they're gladiators. That doesn't look like a gladiator to me at all. Maybe a little bit, some of them. Some of them look a little... No, not really. Not really. So I don't know if we can call them a gladiator, because honestly, all the pictures I'm seeing of gladiators here, they don't look like it at all. Yeah, they don't look like it at all. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a I don't know. I'm looking at these gladiator pictures, and they don't really look like gladiators. So I don't think we can use the cool name. What did Bob call them back here? This is why it's nice to have chat here, so I can go back and actually see Ocelotus whites. Yeah, so maybe they're an Ocelotus whites. Okay. Now, is that for pairs, Bob? Because I would assume that's for a pair. That sounds awfully expensive to me, but these guys, they're very, very cool. These white full moons, as it's been suggested as well. Yeah, thank you, Jason. Don't worry, I'm way more jealous of you for opening your own fish store than you would be of me for breeding some clownfish. So yeah, I'm way more jealous of you, buddy. You can't even hold a candle to it. But it's happy jealousy, and it's not bad jealousy. It's great jealousy, and I do wish you all the best, and I will help you any way I can, my friend. I think you would be really good at it, Bob. I think you would be. I think you would be a fantastic clownfish breeder, because you have an eye for detail with your fish. And that's what I found with breeding the clownfish. It's following a regiment. It's following a regiment and lots of feedings. And I know you feed all your fish lots, like many times a day. When these guys are young, that's what they need to survive. So I think you would be quite successful if you set up a clownfish, little clownfish breeding program, if you're into it. It's not for everybody. And remember, guys, our prices will be a bit different from the United States to Canada as well. How long have I been in the hobby? You won't believe this, but for marine, I've only done marine for about a year. That's it. And my marine started with a green spotted pufferfish that I picked up at Big Al's for 20 bucks, because yeah, I just decided I wanted one, and then I converted them to full marine. Got a pair of clownfish off of somebody, and they spawned, and I was able to did some research, and I was able to raise babies, and I've raised 3 spawns from them. So for marine, I've only been into it for a year. For the rest of the hobby, well, the rest of the hobby, I started at about 12 years old, and I'm 41 now. So I've been into the freshwater side of the hobby for quite some time now. Quite some time. And you know, you can call anytime, Jason. Anytime. Just like I call you when I'm nosy. Oh, wow. That's a lot of money, Bob. That's good to know. I actually thought these guys were maybe some of the cheaper stuff. I thought they were maybe not that as expensive. But that's good to know. I need to do a little bit more research before I sell any. Yes, YT Reefer Man. As you see, Nikki Dawn here is my partner in crime, and she's the feeder of these clownfish. And yeah, we were actually able to order some TDO, which up to this point we've never been able to do, but looks like we can. So we just did it tonight. We ordered some TDO from Reef Nutrition, Reed Mariculture, and we ordered some more rotifers as well. The reason we lost our rotifer culture, so our rotifers died. They just completely cocked out and died. So we ordered a new rotifer culture, and we also ordered some more of what I believe the secret weapon for all this breeding is, and I took the bottle away. Is it's called RG Complete, and it's the tinting I put in the water for the baby larvae, and it's also the food. It's also the food for the rotifers and the enrichment for the rotifers, which are the food for the larvae clownfish. So it's very, very important. And so we ran out of RG Complete, and our rotifers didn't make it. Our culture crashed, so we're restarting. We just put the pot back in the tank, the main tank tonight, so hopefully they spawn in it, and we can yeah, get some more babies. Yeah, so that's great, Bob. Why don't you, I don't know what they're breeding on. Are they just breeding on your live rock? If they are, you can probably, if you can manage to get a terracotta, like a 4-inch terracotta pot under where they like to spawn, they may start spawning in that, and then it'll make it very, very easy for you to pull the spawns if you want to give them a try. Yes, I take it you're referring to Reed Mariculture. Yeah, Reed Mariculture. They are good in that way. They came good for a deal that really kind of went bad for us. We pay huge shipping to get their stuff into Canada here, and we had a couple of mess ups at customs and whatnot, and lost all the product. But they came good for it, and we did eventually get it. So we're hoping this time now it'll go very smoothly this time on this order. We're hoping, because it was actually a bit stressful last time. But they always had decent communication, and we worked the problem out. Yeah, you sure can. Just go through my Clownfish playlist. You'll find them there. You're trying out some angelfish. Yeah, most definitely check out Steve Langley. We did a fish room tour of Steve Langley's like a year ago. I think the video's got about 7,000-8,000 views now. But anyways, he does a lot of explanation of his angelfish breeding program he had going in that video, and I would highly suggest you watch it. He might be able to help you out a little bit, help you have a easier time, not make all the same mistakes he made all the time, I guess. So I think what we'll do is let's grab, I'm going to go over and grab a couple more babies that are hopefully a different variety than these guys, and let's have a look at them, because there is more varieties than this. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to take some of these guys back with me. Hello, hello. So, I caught a few more. A lot of the same varieties, but they are just a little bit different. They're being very stubborn to catch. They're on to me, but there's a different style. I guess we'll call it a gladiator. But this one here, yeah, it's got a really weird bar, and it goes white right through the body, just with a little bit of black outlined orange, which I think is very cool. That's a very unique fish with some buckshot in the middle as well. Sorry, I'm just yeah, that's something I heard about the tomato clowns, Bob, is that, yeah, they're a little bit extra aggressive than a lot of the other clowns. Very good, very good. You guys got lots of good fish over there. How many tanks do I have? I'm not, I'm not sure how many tanks we got going now. I've actually shut down a few tanks because I am setting up a clownfish breeding rack, but we generally have between 20 and 30 tanks set up. Thanks, Nick. So Nick, you put up the link to Steve's video here if you want to see how to breed the angelfish. The old ones I had in, those are prime snowflakes. Okay. Let's type that in and see what comes up. Just a straight up snowflake. Snowflake clownfish. Ha! You're so right. You nailed it. And so is that one there. Right here. There it is. Prime premium snowflake. That's perfect. That's exactly what this fish in here, and the ones that one right up front center, and the ones we had in there earlier are called. Awesome. Thank you. We figured something out today. Premium snowflake. That's the first thing that popped up, and that was a spitting image. Thank you, YT Reeferman. You nailed it. Nailed it. So, we got to find out what these ones with the spots all over them are. So let's see what comes up as, what do they call that? They don't call it buck, they call it buckshot. Buckshot clownfish. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Let's see if we got some pictures here we can look at for reference. No, that one doesn't give it to us. See if we can just find some images for them. There we go. So yep, those guys there would be buckshots with a lot of buckshot. Seems like some of them have very little buckshot and a lot have a lot of buckshot. So I'll move the camera to here, and there we go. That sure looks like them. Very, very close, except maybe mine might have a little bit more buckshot in them. So I guess we could safely call some of those buckshot. Very good. Well, I'm glad we figured some of it out. I really don't want to pull any more out of the tank. I think I really should get these guys back in the tank. Oh, no saltwater angelfish. Ah, okay. Now you're talking about something that I know nothing about. Ah, that would be quite interesting. That would be quite interesting. So we've been pretty close to an hour on this, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up soon because this was an impromptu stream and there's more people that are going to be streaming very, very shortly. So I think I'm going to get out of the way to let them stream. We got through a few of these. It was very cool. Thank you for your help on trying to figure out some of these different names of these clownfish. And I think we have actually figured a couple of them out. So next time, I think I will ahead of time scoop out a couple of the other variations we have. I was having a hard time scooping them, and so yeah, I think next time I'll get them ahead of time, and we'll try this again with some different variations. Till next time, take care, everyone. Moderators, thank you very much for your help, and happy fish keeping, everybody. Bye for now.